Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm making egusi soup, the fry method. One thing about cooking, especially soup, is that there is no one cure fits all. You can tweak it to your specification. You can use whatever you have to make whatever you want. Like this egusi soup, I can make like 5 or 6 different variations of the same soup using egusi. So these are my ingredients. I'm using spinach. I'm using frozen, but you can use fresh. Of course, my egusi, my palm oil, crayfish blended with dry fish, my chicken stock that I prepped earlier. I prepped it like this to make it easier for me, but I'm still going to add some more chicken to it. My seasoning, you can use any seasoning you want. My dry ginger, I'm a dry ginger girl. Salt, dry pepper, onions, and some water. So let's get cooking. I'm going to start with some red oil. I just allow it to dissolve and just get hot. I'm not blanching it or anything. Just allow it to get hot. Then I add my onions to it. I fry for a few minutes, then I add my egusi. So this is where it gets really tricky. You have to be careful so that it doesn't burn. So at this point you have to turn constantly. That is why I'm using this. And then you add your water, not too much at first. If the water is not enough, you can add more later, but at first you don't add too much water. Allow it to come to a boil. Then I add my soup stock. So I added extra chicken to it because the beef in my stock wasn't enough. Now I add my ginger powder, my crayfish, my pepper, seasoning. You can use any seasoning of your choice. and of course salt to taste. At this point, if you're not used to adding salt, you want to but just add a little and then taste at the end of your cooking to see if you have enough or not, especially when you're using a pre-made soup stock. So always try to add your salt at the end of your cooking. I stir and taste to make sure that the salt was enough and not too much. I cover and allow it to boil for some time, or until at least the chicken are properly cooked. If you're using beef, if you're using goat meat, you want to make sure it's properly cooked, because the next stage after this is the vegetable, and that's just about it. Now I add in my vegetable. I tend to stir my egusi soup a lot because egusi has this funny habit of burning at the bottom. So if you're not careful, you might end up having a burnt soup. So I stir a whole lot when I cook egusi soup especially. I make sure I turn in my vegetable and mix it in very well. I cover it for a few minutes. You don't want to overcook your vegetable. So I just cover it for a few minutes